What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boxing Facts for Fiction. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. The very first round of Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, he went in there. A lot of people say, oh, Mikey Garcia is a slow starter. The very first round, Mikey Garcia was just scared to throw punches. Errol Spence completely dominated the first round. The second round looked pretty good. But the first round, Mikey Garcia was scared to let his... The second round, Errol Spence started to walk Mikey Garcia down. Mikey Garcia, we all know Mikey Garcia has to come in to try to take some chances. And Mikey Garcia, he manned up, became a little bit brave, started coming in, landing some of those left hooks we're used to seeing Mikey Garcia land, those left hooks. Errol Spence landed some good body shots. Mikey Garcia started throwing his jab. He landed his 1-2 a couple times. Errol Spence kept trying to land his left hand. The second round was very close. Errol Spence came out there. He was landing his left hand. Mikey Garcia finally started letting his hands go. He landed some left hooks, a few left hooks to Errol Spence. He landed a 1-2. Errol Spence felt his power. He felt like Mikey Garcia couldn't hurt him. He started to walk Mikey Garcia down. And then Mikey Garcia started letting his hands go. When he started to let his hands go, Errol Spence started to trade too. So the second round was Errol Spence completely dominated round 3 and 4. Mikey Garcia was just scared to go in. Like the shots we seen Mikey Garcia land on Adrian Broner and Robert Easter Jr., he just wasn't able to find it on Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. was just dominating this fight. I mean, it was a one-sided beatdown. Errol Spence Jr. won 4 rounds in a row. Mikey Garcia just couldn't find his rhythm. He just wasn't himself in there. In round 5, I was waiting for Mikey Garcia to do something, but Mikey Garcia was just scared to commit. He did not want to come in. Errol Spence Jr. was just toying with Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia just didn't want to do nothing. He just didn't want to commit, man. He just didn't want to take chances. He's waiting. He letting the champ dictate the fight. He had Errol Spence against the rope, but he just couldn't let his hands go. If that was any other fighter, Mikey Garcia would have let his hands go. But against Errol Spence, he just didn't want to let his hands go. Mikey Garcia was fighting like Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner versus Mikey Garcia. That's how Mikey Garcia was fighting against Errol Spence Jr. Mikey Garcia was Adrian Broner in this fight. Round 5, Mikey Garcia was just scared to let his hands go. Errol Spence Jr. dictated the fight. He won round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 6th round, that's when Errol Spence Jr. Round 6, that's when Errol Spence really started to dominate. He started picking Mikey Garcia apart. Bullying Mikey Garcia. Exactly what I predicted. Errol Spence was bullying Mikey Garcia. Landing some vicious body shots. I mean, look at the numbers landed compared to Mikey Garcia. There was one time they showed Mikey Garcia landing like 32 punches. Errol Spence landed like 100 and some change. I mean, it was a one-sided domination. I'm just waiting for Mikey Garcia to take some chances. Mikey Garcia is just playing around. In my opinion, Mikey Garcia is the one who called out Errol Spence. He should be taking the fight to the champion. But Errol Spence was just punishing Mikey Garcia exactly what he said he was going to do he told the fans he was going to do. He told us he was going to punish Mikey Garcia. It was going to be a one-sided massacre. And that's exactly what Errol Spence was doing. Errol Spence was just bullying Mikey Garcia. Errol Spence Jr. really surprised me in this fight. He surprised me because he showed some great defense. I've never seen Errol Spence Jr. move his head like he did against Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was just falling short all night. He just couldn't land nothing clean. All his shot was just falling short, and every shot Errol Spence threw was landing flush. He was landing flush. I don't know what Mikey Garcia was taking that snack. Guys, in the 7th round, Errol Spence Jr. landed a vicious overhand left hand. Mikey Garcia took it on the chin. I don't know what snack is feeding Mikey Garcia, but a shot like that should have knocked out Mikey Garcia in the 7th round. You guys go back and watch that fight. In the 7th round, Errol Spence landed a clean left hand, overhand left, and Mikey Garcia ate it like a champ. He ate it like Canelo ate Triple G left or right hand. Round number 8, man. Garcia. Guys, I can't help to notice that in this fight, Garcia looked like a fat. Garcia just put on a lot of weight. I think Garcia looked like he weighed at least 180. He looked fat as shit in this fight. That's why he was able to absorb some of Errol Spence's body shot, because he looked fat. He looked like he put on a lot of weight. He looked very fat in this fight. I think that's why Garcia wasn't moving like we're used to seeing Garcia move, because he put on too much weight. He looked very fat. Errol Spence was just bullying this man. Round 8, go look at the punch stats. Go look at the percentage in landed punches. Errol Spence landed like 42%. Garcia landed like 12%. I mean, it was just a one-sided manslaughter, beatdown. Mikey Garcia talked all that shit just to come into a fight that he know he's not gonna win, and he's not throwing enough punches. He's just out there pawing his jab. He's scared to go in. He's scared. Where's the 1-2s that we was used to seeing Mikey Garcia land? Mikey Garcia was just scared to go in. He just didn't want to land anything significant. Errol Spence was just bullying Mikey Garcia all night, just touching his body. I think that's why Mikey Garcia was scared to fight. In the 9th round, I thought Errol Spence was about to get a stoppage. He was bullying Mikey Garcia. He was landing everything he was throwing. Errol Spence was landing every single punch. Just go back and watch the fight. Round 9, Errol Spence walking Mikey Garcia down, landing everything. I've never seen somebody take so much punishment in boxing in my life like Mikey Garcia took against Errol Spence. I have a lot of respect for Mikey Garcia. He took a lot of Oh my gosh. Mikey Garcia, the amount of punishment Errol Spence was giving Mikey Garcia. Guys, look at the punch stats. Errol Spence landed like 233 to like Mikey Garcia landed like 52. Oh my God, man. I was looking at Robert Garcia the entire fight, praying for Robert Garcia to stop the fight. He just let his brother take unnecessary punishment. Oh my God, this is a manslaughter. Errol Spence. Round 9th. After round 9th, Robert Garcia, I believe Robert Garcia told Mike Garcia, if you don't show me something in round 10th, I'm going to stop the fight. Mike Garcia went back. Round 10th, Mike Garcia put up a better fight. But it was still a one-sided round by Errol Spence Jr. in my opinion. It was still a one-sided round by Errol Spence Jr. in my opinion. Errol Spence Jr. could have stopped him in round 10th like he could have stopped him in round 9th. Guys, I was watching this fight laughing the entire fight. I wish you guys was watching this fight with me. You would have been cracking up too. Because I'm laughing the entire fight because I already know how the fight was going to go. But somehow, these fanboys are out here telling me Mikey Garcia is going to knock out Errol Spence. Mikey Garcia doesn't have any pop. Errol Spence Jr. was walking through Mikey Garcia all single night. All night he was walking through his punches. Mikey Garcia couldn't land nothing. I got to give Mikey Garcia the toughest man in the world award. Even though I'm laughing at the beatdown. Even though I was laughing at the beatdown. But Mikey Garcia, he just wouldn't give up. He just wouldn't give up. Mikey Garcia was just fighting back. Even though he wasn't landing nothing, but he just wouldn't give up. Because he made himself believe in his head that he has a shot of winning this fight. So Mikey Garcia made himself believe that he could beat Errol Spence Jr., that no matter what happened in this ring, Mikey Garcia wasn't going out on the stretcher, even though that's what I picked. I picked Mikey Garcia to go out on the stretcher. But if I was going to bet on this fight, I was going to pick just Errol Spence to win the fight. But I did not see Mikey Garcia surviving. I mean, Mikey Garcia is going to be pissing for a long time. This fight is going to mentally, physically damage Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is going to raise his stock from this fight because he was able to take that amount of punishment. But Mikey Garcia is going to be bleeding eternally. Broken ribs. His face is completely red. Guys, Even though I laughed the entire fight because Mikey Garcia was scared to let his hands go, but I have to give Mikey Garcia a lot of credit for getting in the ring with Errol Spence Jr., for getting beat up for 12 rounds. I felt like Mikey Garcia lost every single round. In my opinion, he got dominated every single round, but he hung in there. From round 1 to round 12, Mikey Garcia got ragdolled. He got completely dominated in a one-sided manslaughter. But somehow Mikey Garcia was still able to survive. In the 12th round, he got rocked. The 9th and the 12th, he got hurt seriously bad. He got hurt seriously bad in the 9th and the 12th. He was almost out with 24 seconds left. But Mikey Garcia was able to survive to see the belt in the 12th round. And for that, I have to give Mikey Garcia some credit. I mean, he did what a lot of welterweights were scared to do, move up in weight and challenge the boogeyman. We have to give Mikey Garcia some credit. I mean, he proved me wrong tonight. I thought Mikey Garcia wasn't as tough as he showed me tonight. Mikey Garcia is a tough guy. Even though Errol Spence beat up on Mikey Garcia the entire fight, it was a one-sided domination. I laughed the entire fight. I knew Errol Spence was going to win the fight. I picked Errol Spence to win the fight. I wanted Errol Spence to knock out Mikey Garcia. He wasn't able to. He hurt him in the 9th. He hurt him in the 12th. But he wasn't able to get Mikey Garcia out of there. And I said if Errol Spence go 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia deserved the victory. But I got to give it to Errol Spence. He did what he had to do. Mikey Garcia is just a tough guy. I can't hate on Mikey Garcia. I can't hate on Errol Spence. I underestimated Mikey Garcia. I didn't think he could last that long with Errol Spence Jr. And I probably overrated Errol Spence because I thought he was going to go in there and knock out Mikey Garcia. But I did pick him to win. So regardless of how he won, he still won. So yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe.